Somewhere out there, or more likely on your nightstand, a book is telling you to wake up early, cold shower, talk to yourself in the mirror, and finally manifest your dreams for the 5th time this week. But what if the very thing promising to fix your life is the exact thing keeping you stuck? Welcome to the $1 trillion self-help circus, where you pay for the privilege of feeling broken, where strangers on the internet scream, "Just believe in yourself," like that's going to solve generational trauma, a collapsing economy, and the existential dread you felt the second you turned 26 and got kicked off your parents' healthcare plan. Every day, you're served a fresh, motivational smoothie. Start a side hustle, recite your affirmations, wake up at 4 a.m. and grind until your eyeballs climax. Meanwhile, the only thing transforming at record speed is your Amazon cart. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The self-help industry isn't selling solutions. It's selling hope, and it's making a fortune keeping you unsatisfied, overwhelmed, and constantly searching for the next feel-good fix. Let's stop the motivational music and look at what's actually going on. The industry that lives off your insecurities. The self-help industry isn't your wise mentor, your life coach, or your emotional support guru. It's a $40+ billion global machine. And no, your manifestation journal did not hallucinate that number. It covers everything. Best-selling books you highlight but never finish, podcasts with the same 5 recycled ideas, seminars that cost more than your car, life-changing online courses that mostly change the creator's bank account. If there's a way to sell inspiration, someone is monetizing it. But here's the masterstroke of the entire system. Self-help isn't built to help you. It's built to keep you coming back. Because nothing hooks the human brain like tiny dopamine hits disguised as personal growth. You read one book, feel a spark of hope, then immediately think, well, maybe the next one will fix me for real. So you buy another, and suddenly you're 2 paychecks deep into a healed girl era that hasn't actually healed anything. And the messaging? Always the same. There's something wrong with you. But lucky for you, I've packaged the answer in 12 simple steps. It's like going to a mechanic who loosens a few screws just so you have to come back again. Then there's the rise of action faking, a psychological phenomenon where you feel productive without actually changing anything. You listen to 3 podcasts a day, heavily annotate books written by a guy who does push-ups for enlightenment, color code your planner until it looks like a mood board from Pinterest, but nothing changes. You're just spinning on a treadmill made entirely of just one more mindset shift. The balanced truth they don't want you noticing. Now here's the plot twist. Self-help isn't all villainy. It's not run by a council of robe-wearing billionaires cackling over your vision board. At its best, it does give people hope. It nudges them to try new things. It occasionally delivers a nugget of wisdom that actually sticks. But here's why you keep reading all those life-changing books and still feel lost. Trap number 1. It convinces you you're broken. Every habit, every hack, every simple trick starts from the premise you are not enough as you are. So no matter how much progress you make, no matter how many changes you try, it never feels like enough. There's always another book to read, another podcast to stream, another thing you haven't fixed yet. The finish line keeps moving like it's training for the Olympics. Trap number 2. Information overload disguised as inspiration. Your brain was not built to juggle 14 new morning routines, 6 new journaling prompts, and a rotating cast of gurus yelling, "Take massive action," in your ear. When change doesn't happen quickly, disappointment hits. Then the self-criticism creeps in. Why am I still not happy? Maybe I didn't do it right. Why haven't I healed my inner child yet? She's been waiting for months. Why am I still anxious? I bought the guided meditation bowls. You end up stuck in an emotional loop where you're not failing, you're just drowning. Trap number 3. The illusion of change. Each new hack feels great for a moment. It floods your brain with a temporary high. But deep change? That takes time, consistency, boredom, sometimes even professional help. All the things the self-help industry cannot package, market, or sell for $39.99. So years pass. Your bookshelf gets heavier, your mindset gets more fragile, and you're still searching for the one trick that finally clicks. It's not your fault, it's the design. The busy but going nowhere phenomenon. Let's call it what it is. Sometimes it's easier to look busy than be busy. Enter busy confusion. The art of doing a ton of things that feel productive but are mostly procrastination in a wig. Highlighting every paragraph of a best-selling book? Fun. But does that transform anything? Or does it just upgrade your annotation skills? Listening to 5 motivational podcasts in a single week? Cool. But are you implementing anything? Or just binge listening like it's Netflix? And then there's the comparison trap. You read 20 books this year? You must be enlightened, right? Wrong. Sometimes you've just become a very well-read hamster in a very shiny wheel. The self-help world can turn people into mini gurus who think they've unlocked cosmic wisdom because they made their bed every morning for 11 days straight. Meanwhile, everyone else silently scrambles to keep up, fueling anxiety rather than insight. But the industry? Oh, the industry is thriving, worth at least $48 billion, selling courses, apps, memberships, and more promise than an MLM recruitment email. They profit most when you're stuck in a cycle of hope, temporary high, failure, shame, repeat. And if you've been trapped in that loop, it's not a personal flaw, it's a business model. The dark side, toxic positivity, and hustle culture. Now let's talk about the smiling monster with pastel aesthetics, toxic positivity. Self-help loves to preach, just think happy thoughts, raise your vibration, block out negativity. Sure, let me just vibe check my depression real quick and ask it to leave politely. Life doesn't work like that. Sometimes you should feel sad, lost, angry, confused, overwhelmed, or disappointed. That's not a moral failure. That's called being a functioning human. Then there's hustle culture, the productivity Hunger Games. Work more, sleep less, optimize everything, drink celery juice at dawn, start 7 income streams, and become a 10x version of yourself. For a lot of people, that creates more stress and self-doubt than success. Because when everything becomes a metric, when every hobby needs to be monetized, when every moment must be productive, you stop living, you start performing. If you feel exhausted or guilty for not being positive or productive all the time, congratulations, you're not broken. You're just caught in the algorithm of an industry that sells perfection with no map to reach it. The real solution: they can't sell you. Here's the secret the self-help industry almost never admits. You do not have to be a productivity robot to have a good life. Real growth isn't sold in a shiny box. It's found in letting yourself be human. You can skip the hacks, the optimization, the morning routines that require a team of assistants. Try something radical. Instead, enjoy an average afternoon. Call a friend just to talk. Let your hobbies be messy and know that not all of them have to be monetized. Let yourself be enough before the next book tells you you're not. Make peace with small wins. Stop treating yourself like a broken project. Celebrate what's already working. Perfection is overrated anyway. Nobody's keeping score but you. Messy progress is greater than forced positivity every single time. Maybe real freedom starts the moment you step off the self-help treadmill, the moment you stop chasing transformations and start living your actual life. Because tell the truth, when was the last time someone told you the best self-improvement move is simply to exist?